I have just made it into Bratislava, which of course is the capital of Slovakia, and today Slovaks make up about 90% of the population, but if you go back to the mid-19th century, Germans made up about 75% of the population, and even after World War I, depending on the source, Germans made up about a third to a half of the population of Bratislava, and Hungarians made up a big chunk of the rest. Now, the odd demographics of the city led to a strange event after World War I, and after World War I, Czechoslovakia was created out of the northern territories of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. But the people, well, the Germans and Hungarians of Bratislava, refused to be part of this new nation, so they rose up and found their own city, a free city, things similar to Monaco or Singapore. But the Czechoslovakian government was, of course, unwilling to lose one of its major cities, and especially its port on the Danube, so they sent troops in to restore order shortly afterwards. But had the uprising succeeded, Bratislava would have been renamed after Woodrow Wilson, i.e. Wilson City. This was in part in honour of his efforts in the peace negotiations, but it could also have been a way to gain international support. However, this was largely a doomed effort. After all, most of the world saw the Hungarians and Germans as the defeated people, so nobody was really willing to help them out. But it's important to keep in mind the demographics of Slovakia when you look at something like why they allied with Hitler during World War II. Well, it's somewhat important, I suppose. But Bratislava wasn't the only region that tried to break away from the new Czechoslovakian state. In the south, the Hungarians still sort of claimed that territory, and the Czechoslovakian troops hadn't established a presence there. So in 1919, the same year that Wilson City was founded, and the same year that a communist state was founded in Hungary, a sort of Hungarian puppet was founded in southern Slovakia. The Slovak Soviet Republic, whose capital was in Prešov, didn't last very long, just like the Hungarian Soviet Republic did. In fact, the Slovak Soviet Republic only lasted a few months before Czechoslovakian troops came in and restored order there. But I think it's important to say, well, to note just how many Central European governments came very close to being communist in the years after World War I.